But speaking of big matches, we got to see a really cool main event tonight. Oh man,
It's all
Budge.
about the Budge, man. I loved
Oh,
all the Budge signs in the crowd. I
yeah.
hope I hope the fans brought all those and they're passing them out. But if
Yeah.
AEW did that, it's even cooler. Or during commercial break, maybe the Dark Order came out and started passing them out. I think that
Pass
would,
him out.
regardless, is awesome
Yeah.
seeing the Budge. And I like, I've said it before, the Rampage, the Mark Henry interview spots.
Yeah.
And it was, playing into play, the BTE, which they've done that many times, that storyline on that.
Yeah.
We had the honor to interview Silver about 10 months ago, and we knew, then he was so over on BTE, so over
Yeah.
with the fans, and it was so great to have John Silver get that main event spot, man.
Mhm.
Because as you hear now, and you've been hearing over the past few weeks, the fans love Johnny Hungy, man. And he's feeling it, and
Yeah.
his offense shows. He can talk the talk and walk the walk, man. And he's a total package right now. And I think what we're seeing out of John Silver, Johnny Hungy in the ring is very special. And finally getting that main event spot, he enjoyed it. And he convinced me that he was going to steal a win.
Yeah.
With his explosive offense, his kicks and his strength and all that. And then it was coming close to that end of the show time. And man, he was doing all, he blocked the low blow, the power bomb, and then he blocked the Panama Sunrise. Like, so he was everything that Budge was throwing at Silver, he was countering and blocking. So I love this match, and this was the only match that got the "This is awesome" chant, which was well deserved and a great way to close out the show.
Yeah.
But whew, man.
I agree with you, dude. I think John Silver is special. I do. I think he's a special talent. I think that you get a guy who's built like him, who's unique. He's a small guy, short guy, but just jacked and can move and does
Just
some
likes to
just
pump up his arms.
oh yeah, just pump his arms up, looking all tough, and he's super hungry all the time. It's just awesome, man. And I think that he's one of those guys who's just got like such a unique move set and style for his size too. He's so good. Um, yeah, he has the it factor. That's what
You
it is.
said it
He's got the
best.
it factor. You can't teach that. He has it. And he's one of those guys where you just know that once he gets some wins racked up here, he's gonna have a nice run one of these days. And he's a young dude, and he's hungry and ready. And tonight, you can just tell tonight, man, you don't feature a guy like him unless you know that this guy has that it factor, that this guy could be a special talent for a long time in your company. There aren't very many guys like him anymore where, you kind of have this ultimate underdog because of him being so short, but he's also so strong and big. So he's able to kind of get past some of those, like somebody like Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio when he was in his prime was very small, way smaller than John Silver in terms of like muscle
Right.
mass and density, and like you can have some matches that you couldn't have with a person like Rey Mysterio with John Silver because of how jacked the dude is. And so you just have this guy who's like an underdog, but also just so fiery and fast and just loves to show up to the crowd and like has that it factor, man. And I just loved this match. Him and Cole, are battling for that crowd
Budge.
hype, that react. Yeah, him and Budge are battling for that crowd reaction the whole time. And
They
they
were.
they both got it, and they like the crowd loves these guys, and I'd love to see more matches between them because they did a great job. We got to see I could see Johnny Hungy really focus up on Adam Cole's fake abs and like punch him out a little bit. That was just really
Airbrushed
funny.
abs for
Those
sure.
airbrushed abs were just awesome.
You weren't hiding those.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. It was that beautiful HD on TNT, man. You can't beat it.
That's right.
But it's that what did JR used to always say? Restaurant quality, but it's
Yeah.
restaurant quality high definition. But man, yeah, I'm on there with you, dude. I think Cole and Silver stole the show. That match was my favorite of the night personally. I really enjoyed it, and it was 12 minutes, and it felt like it was about 5.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a 5-minute match, and that was just really cool. Those guys just absolutely earned their main event spot on Rampage tonight. They
My
totally
top
told a great
performer
story.
of Rampage was hands down John Silver. I
Yeah,
mean, his offense was so fun.
yeah,
His natural personality that is so over, but main event Silver is one that we can get on board with
yep.
and we are all about. So
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Johnny Hungy, man. You showed it up tonight. You had that spotlight and you delivered.
Yep.
And I hope TK and everyone at AEW sees that. And he left the Dark Order back at the stage and he came to the ring alone. They did come
Yep.
out to save for a little bit, but he stood his own and he delivered. It wasn't a dark match, wasn't a tag match, which
No, it's
he's
just one on
great in
one.
tag team, but
Yep.
as a singles match, man, he delivered on every essence there, and I loved it, man. And just
He's so
he reminds
close.
me. I've said it before, and I believe I said it in the interview. He reminds me of young Daniel Bryan. Just the small size, the aggressive kicks, the rapid fire offense. But Silver adds that power to it. Daniel or Bryan Danielson. Back then Daniel Bryan in WWE. Bryan Danielson adds the more grappling and the more technique. And so, but he has a good mix of that. And
Yeah.
so I'm all for being a power guy, and I love the big wrestlers. But John Silver has that big guy feel in a little body.
Yep.
He's a short guy, but he's got the big guy move sets
Yep.
with
He can
that
do
power.
everything.
So was absolutely great way to cap things off.